How many of you have ever had trouble falling asleep? I'm assuming everybody. I have too. There will be times where I'm studying for a big test and I'm just so worried about it, and I try to study, and then when I get done, I try to fall asleep, and I just can't. I'm just tossing and turning. And I'm sure pretty much all of you are familiar with the alarm clock and its normal function. Its primary function is for you to set it, and it wakes you up in the morning. The Z clock, which is our product, it has an opposite effect. You set it, and then you go to sleep. And this can be beneficial to all types of people: teachers, students, professionals, anyone who has to set up the schedule to keep up with. And today, we're going to talk to you about 3 main points. First, we're going to describe to you the need and why people need our product. Secondly, we're going to describe to you why we have a solution and it's you need it. And we're going to give you a demonstration of what it's like when you use it. And now, Michael is going to explain to you why people need this product.
Okay, why would we need something that would put us to sleep at night? The reason is pretty simple. We don't get enough sleep at night. When you don't get enough sleep at night, you wake up the next day, you're tired, you're droopy, you're not as alert as you would normally be. So whether it be you're doing something important the next day, like a job interview, doing something like going to school, taking a test, you want to make sure that you're alert for those things that you're going to be doing the next day. So using something like this clock, putting you to sleep, will make sure you're well rested for the next day. College students need more sleep. How many people in here have pulled an all-nighter? Stayed up all night studying for that exam the next day. How would you like it if something was to just magically make you fall asleep and give you all the sleep that you needed for that night? The Z clock does that. I'll give you an example relating to a job interview performance. Say we'll make up someone, her name is Sally. Say she has 3 kids at home. Single parent. She has a job interview the next day. She's currently unemployed. Her kids are dependent on her having this job. One of her kids, the night before the interview, gets sick. She stays up all night tending to her sick kid, goes to the interview the next day, droopy, not alert, not looking her best. Therefore, she doesn't get the job that her kids are dependent on. So we see how having that sleep is important. And Sally would fall into this group of 1/3 of adults who report not getting enough sleep. An interesting quote here: the key to looking attractive and healthy is a good night's sleep, and that's for the Northern Territory News. Some of the symptoms, we have things like high blood pressure, depression, personality change, high stress. These are the kind of things that would be a result of not getting enough sleep at night. So when you go into that job interview, when you're going to school the next day, if you're walking in with some of these symptoms as an employer, why would I hire somebody that came in who's all stressed out, who's depressed? That's not the kind of person I want working for me. These 2 sources here of information are Seamus and Kushida. Without further delay, I'll turn it over to Lewis, who will go into more of how the product works.
Alright, so the solution for this problem would be the Z clock. The Z clock is an innovation that helps contribute to falling asleep. Basically what you do is you set the clock for whichever time you'd like to go to sleep. You know, if you want to go to sleep at 11:30, you can set the clock for then, and you would fall asleep at that time. It's basically the reverse effect of an alarm clock. I'm sure everyone here has used an alarm clock to wake up. The Z clock is basically the reverse of that. It will put you to sleep. I know Mike talked about the problems of not getting enough sleep, but some of the benefits of getting enough sleep is the feeling of being rested. No one likes getting 3 hours of sleep in a night, going to bed and knowing that you need to go to sleep, but you end up just tossing and turning, and if you do get to sleep, then you wake up in the middle of the night restless. And what the Z clock does is it helps you get to sleep and stay asleep. improves your mood. I know for me, if I get a good night's sleep, you definitely feel it the next day. When you don't sleep good, you feel tired in the afternoon, or you're sitting in class thinking about how sleepy you are and all that. And your body recovers and your mind rejuvenates at night when you go to sleep. So it's essential to get enough sleep. And like I said, you have those nights where you just can't get to sleep. So this definitely helps you get to sleep. So now we're going to demonstrate how this works.
In our first case scenario, Michael Newhouse and Lewis Burrows are studying for a test.
Lewis, on the test tomorrow, you'll be asked to spell the word apple. Lewis, spell the word apple.
All right. Could you use it in a sentence, please?
To get an A on this presentation, you should give Alex an apple.
All right. Okay. All right. Apple. A. P. P. We're never gonna get this.
You know what? You're probably right. Let's just scrap the study and get a good night's sleep. We'll wake up tomorrow and just kind of wing it.
All right. This is good.
Now, Michael and Lewis are trying to go to sleep. Only Michael has a Z clock. Lewis doesn't. So let's see what happens.
Is he asleep already? Must be the Z clock.
The next morning.
Oh, man, was that a good night's sleep? Lewis, did you sleep at all?
Yeah, a little bit. You want to get some coffee?
Lewis, are you ready for the test today?
Yeah, let's go.
The expected results of action are how Michael reacted. Michael woke up refreshed, excited, and ready for the test, whereas the consequences of inaction would be how Lewis acted. He wasn't ready, he's fatigued, he's not ready for the test, and he can't spell apple. So, in conclusion, we talked to you today about our product, Z Clock. First, we gave you the need, why we feel people need this product. Secondly, we described to you the solution, why we feel like this is a solution to people getting to sleep. And third, we just gave you a demonstration of what it's like when you use the Z Clock. And if you're tired of those sleepless nights, I suggest you use our Z Clock. I am a customer of buying a Z Clock. Before I had it, I would be up all night, trying to go to sleep, tossing and turning, just finding stuff to do. But when I got the Z Clock, I could go to sleep as soon as I wanted, wake up refreshed and ready for a brand new day. And for all of you that raised your hands when I said, do you have trouble falling asleep, I believe this would be a great opportunity for you to solve that problem. Thank you.